It's always fun, this, fun that will use. What does that even mean?
I'm gonna have some fun. What do you consider fun? Fun, natural fun.
I like to have fun.
So I'm here today at Rockport Arcade, and one of the comments I get from people is, we have an arcade in Rockport. Your response?
People still don't know, right? We've been here for 4 years, and people are like, we have an arcade? Yes, we do. It's right here.
And the comment that I've heard a lot talking to people around town is, what is there for kids to do in Rockport? And the answer that they keep giving is, well, once you're done with the beach, not a whole lot.
That's exactly why we opened, because we heard that question the time we moved here. What's there for families to do? What's there for kids to do? And the answer that everybody always gives them is, not a thing. Gotta go somewhere else. Well, that's why we opened up. That's why we opened up right here.
You're in the same center as the bookstore. Anyone who's watched these who's gonna try and win some of the prizes knows that the bookstore is right across from
Rockport Printing.
Rockport Printing. You're down the sidewalk from the bookstore. And so it's easy to find. It's very visible from Highway 35.
Yep.
You're right close to Walmart. You've got a lot of really fun games. There are 3 different kinds of games.
Yeah, so there's merchandisers when you play the game and win the prizes right out of the game, like stacker, barber cut, things like that. Then there's arcade games. There are arcade games you play the game for the game's sake. That's like Jurassic Park or Super Bikes, things like that, when you play the game, have fun. And then we have redemption games. Redemption games, you play the game, win tickets, and then take the tickets up to the redemption counter, turn in for prizes.
You can see behind us all the prizes. The kids love that. I mean, picking
So
the
our
prizes.
most popular games by far are redemption games.
And I like to watch them come up and figure out how many things they can buy with their tickets. And I know some of you that can see it, or I think we can still see it, the grin on Dan's face. We were talking this week, and one of the things he said is, I love doing this. And it sure is.
I do.
The kids have fun, and you have fun. Wow.
I am blessed to be in the business of fun.
We tried to shoot this once before, and it was kind of a boring two old guys standing here talking. And I realized the place is about fun.
Yep.
When you walk in the door, you can hear the sound in the background, but it's a fun place. And so we want to walk around the whole fest. And I want to get back to one section at the back at the figure. Before we leave this front area, there's a machine up the front. I've known people that have won Disney, and they come home and ask the kids, what did you like the best? And they say the Dippin' Dots. They love the Dippin' Dots. Well, this is the competitor here.
It's Mini Melts.
Yeah, Mini Melts.
Same thing. The super frozen ice cream. Yeah, great when it's really hot out.
And the kids really like those too. So you need to plan on sampling those before you leave. It's a good place if you're in town for the 4th of July, if you have grandkids visiting, but it's a good place for locals. It's a nice place to come and kids hang out with the family. Now
we do like awesome birthday parties. We have great birthday party package. It's really simple. It's $100. You get the party room and 100 arcade tokens.
So you get the park room for the price of the tokens. Everything else trade. You have an area back in back that's decorated and lit up. There's a table, so it is a good place for some happy birthday guys. But the other thing, and I'll cover it real quick, they come in, they get tokens. And a lot of places go credit cards or the little swipe cards. It's easy for that to get away from.
Yeah, so I mean, almost all arcades now switched over to the card system, the swipe system. We're still old school, tokens and tickets. People love the tangibleness, the nostalgia, because I remember tokens and tickets, right? Sure. And people want to share that with their kids and their grandkids. But you go to most places and it's all cards now, which is it's fine. It's for an operator's point of view, they're great, but for the nostalgia, it's just not there.
You got a game right up here, and it's pretty advanced. It's a great game. It's Jurassic Park. It's one token. It's a single $1 token. But at Dave & Buster's, that same game, it's how much you play?
It's $3 or $4 or $5. Yeah.
Okay, I think places are going for $4. I kind of look at it. But if you have a swing card, and you don't know that you're shelling out.
No, well, it's points, right? That was 18.5 points or credits or whatever. I don't know how much that was unless you're doing the conversion in your math. And it's like, I don't know. So here, every game is one token.
You want to ask parents or grandparents, how many people would give your kid the debit card and just let them go wild? And that's what happens. So having the tokens is kind of a neat thing. And it's actually, it's a better value than any of the other arcades anymore.
It really is. And, some people say, wow, tokens are $1. And I remember that being a quarter, and I told them it's not 1980s anymore,
That's back when we were paying 35 cents a gallon for gas, and now it's $3. So, in relative terms, it's still cheaper than it used to be. Now, I decided we want to walk around a little. Instead of just standing here, like health I'll let you talk some, but there's an area back in the back. My wife and I said, he should really have virtual reality, not knowing he really has virtual reality. And it's very advanced.
Yes.
So there's no place in the area that has it.
It's all wireless. You put on your headsets, and you can roam around the entire arena. It's multiplayer. So you and your friends and your family are all in the same game, in the same environment, at the same time. You can do a virtual high five and a real high five at the same time.
And actually touch hands and see it on the screen.
Yep, exactly.
And so if you come in with kids, you can play the game with them.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a variety of different games. Some of them are geared more towards kids. Some of them are geared more towards adults. Most of the adult games, the kids really like them. And by adult games, I mean like zombies and things like that.
Right.
Those are really popular. And we have other games that's like just like party games. Like chicken fishing. Chicken fishing. The chickens are magnetic, and you have a magnet on a fishing pole.
Okay. And you feel like you're really there.
Yeah, you're in the environment. It's immersive.
So it would not be fair for us to do this and not walk around the room. Yeah, some of these machines. Let's look at this big one, the Space Invaders. This is not your father's Space Invaders. You can see there are big seats here now, but that's a gigantic screen.
What's fun about that? It's a fun game to play, and you earn tickets. It's still a redemption game.
Wow, you did?
Yep.
Okay, they like this one here, the motorcycle.
Super bikes. Yep. They're linked up so you can actually race your friends. Classic racing game. Slalom winner.
This is where
You're gonna try one.
Is that right?
Oh my gosh. So I had somebody come in and say, I'm really good at this game. And I said, okay. And they almost got it. So they got and they bought 10 tokens and got 8 jackpots.
Really?
Yeah.
This is your virtual reality area. It's a big area. It's a big room. And as you can see, there are virtual reality headsets. And I know a lot of people are curious about virtual reality, but they're not going to spend the money to buy a virtual reality headset.
So the amazing thing about this system is not the hardware. This is basic hardware. These are MetaQuests. MetaQuest 2s, you can get them at Walmart if you want. But again, the hardware is not the amazing part. The software, the games, and the arena is what makes it different.
Okay, and you said, as I can see, there are 4 people there, so you could come in of 2 parents and 2 kids, and all of them be out here on the floor. I don't know. Do they swing swords at each other? What do they do?
It depends on mostly it's guns.
Okay.
Virtual guns. So you'll just see people, like this. We have zombie games. We have Party Playland, Mission Z, Cyber Clash. That's VR laser tag, Lunarscape lockdown or breakdown. Just a lot of different adventure games. And we also have multiple systems. This is one of the systems that we use. And we change it up and add new ones all the time. We get ready to add another one here really, really soon. And it's going to have a different set of games. So always expanding the library.
If people decide to go to the Corpus and do some advanced VR like this, they can't do it.
It's not there.
Nobody has it.
You can go to San Antonio. Most of the places that run VR, they run sessions. So a half hour or 1 hour session for say, $30 or $50. We do it by the game. So you can just try it out. And we also give you some time up front in what we call the lobby. So it's just like a fun virtual hangout area where you can just play with stuff. You can understand how the environment works and how the controls work before you actually enter the game. And we run a 15-minute game for $10.
Wow. Now, I've heard that some people get dizzy in VR.
Yeah, so VR, because you get motion sickness when what your ear feels and what your eye sees don't match.
Okay.
So with this being arena scale free roam, If you want to walk across the room, you don't teleport like in a video game. You walk across the room, and when you do that, you're walking around the environment while your ear feels you walking, and you don't get sick.
Because your body is actually moving, you don't get the same motion sickness
Correct,
that you get
correct.
in VR. So those horror stories don't apply here.
Correct.
It's a good thing now.
Yeah, yeah.
And literally where you're standing right now, if you had the goggles on, you would feel like you're in a different place.
Yeah,
in a different
because
room.
everything, the environment is right here, and then the whole background changes. I might be on a different planet. I might be in a maze. I might, wherever. And I always tell people it's really important not to walk through any of the virtual walls. And I ask them why. Well, I don't know why. Because some of them are real.
Sort of
Yeah.
like the holodeck or Star Trek.
It's very much like that, yeah. Where there's actually a physical limit to it, but while you're in it, it's all virtual.
People that haven't experienced VR owe it to themselves. I know you're curious. I know you want to know what it's like, but again, you don't want to invest in the
Sure.
yourself, and you couldn't get games of this quality at home on any normal equipment.
I'll tell you what. If there's somebody that wants to see what VR is like, if they come down, mention this video, mention what you're doing with this whole video series, I'll put them in a set of goggles, put them in that lobby, no charge. Just let them explore for a little bit.
That is such a deal. You mentioned the prizes. I've got a couple up front right now that are just going to be the early ones. There's a lightsaber they call an adult lightsaber. That's, it's pretty fancy.
I've already had a couple people looking at that. It's really cool.
Yeah, you're going to have people, I would think, come in to try and win that. I brought in one of the chargers that, you can take
Power
on a
bank,
trip
yep.
and power up your phones or your cameras.
Yep.
5 or
And
6.
it's a nice one too.
Yeah, it is a nice one. It's got the displays. But we're going to have bigger ones. People need to come down, put their name in the box that you got on the counter, and while you're at it, walk down the sidewalk and put your name in the book.
2 for 1.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, that was Dan Wallace, the owner of the Rockport Arcade. Somehow I missed out on the introduction. I think we shot that thing 3 or 4 times. The noise inside an arcade is pretty intense, and it just really gives fits to trying to record video. Dan's a good guy. You need to go by and meet him. He's one of those really pleasant people, and as I mentioned in the video, he just loves what he does. He's the kind of person you love to try and help out. Go by and see him. If you have, friends or kids in town for the 4th of July, take them by. That VR section that he has is really, really cool. And as I said in the video, you can't even go to Corpus and find something that advanced. You'd have to go to San Antonio. Now, we're having some small drawings to get things kicked off, but you need to come fill out the little slips because we are going to give away bigger things. And I keep adding to what we're going to give. I'm really serious about trying to help these small businesses. I've added a couple this week. The first one you can see is this kind of cool truck bed tent. You want to go camping, you want to go fishing and have a place to zip up and spend part of the night? This is your toy. I've got a dog car seat for small dogs. I know there are a lot of pet owners. This one seems to be pretty nice. It'll be arriving tomorrow. We'll get it on the list of things that we're going to have in the drawing. I have some smaller things too. This is a charger for an iPhone, a MagSafe charger that's foldable. And then this is a holder for a tablet that you put on the handlebars of a bicycle. The best thing about doing this has been meeting these business owners. They have all been really nice people. Come out and meet them, register to win some free stuff, and you might find some fun things to do along the way. Oh, and if you want to know when these drawings are coming up, you need to subscribe. Click on the subscribe button, and then afterwards ring the little bell, and you'll get a notification when the next one of the drawings comes out. And I'm still not done. I'm going to have another surprise giveaway for the 4th of July. I'll probably put it out on Friday evening. Stay tuned.